we we are about to transcend on a kind of journey, a journey that will give you some kind of insight, a journey that is about to uplift your sight to a place where you'll be able to have the right angle of vision, that you'll be able to sight appropriately and have your life governed by the instructions that comes with the ordinances of life. Because until a man comes to a place where he stands right, he cannot see right. That your point of standing is your key to true success. That men cannot achieve true success until they are able to find the right grounds upon which they are to stand. And when you don't stand at the right place, it will affect your seeing faculty. That the reason why a lot of people cannot see themselves at the point of elevation, at the point of breakthrough, at the point of enlightenment is because they don't have the right grounds on which they stand, which will give them that guarantee of surety. So men are always in doubt, and one of the signals that you are not standing right and you don't have the appropriate grounding is because is confusion. Confusion is a sign that you are having a weak foundation. That a building has no reason to shake until the foundation is weak. So it's very important and of much appropriation that you get your groundings right, you get your foundations right. So having contact with the World Light Network is an opportunity for you to have your foundation strengthened, to have your foundation properly laid, and as a result of that, you'll be able to ascertain the result of life, which is out of truth. We will journey, and I believe that when you cooperate with this journey, you are not going to think of waste. Because the reason why people consider waste is because something was done in a useless way. But when you begin to earn the result of your effort, that is not called waste. That will become as investment. So time spent with the World Light Network is time of preservation. That's something that you would have achieved within 5 years would be achieved within 5 weeks, would be achieved within 5 days. It's because you have been able to attain the intelligence that will give you the grounds of influence, the grounds of victory, the grounds of potential transformation, and that will give you a mandate to be in charge. That you cannot be in charge when you are not of the charge. Being of the charge is a point where you are supposed to understand that there is something called dominion, and when you understand how it functions and it works, you cannot be of charge. And when you are not of that charge will be out of your system, and when you lose that coordinate, you cannot get the right tangents to be in charge. And when you are not in charge, you cannot exercise dominion. So dominion is found with men who are in charge. We will go far. Today is going to be a marvelous day, and there is no and nothing should take away your attention, because your attention is very important. What you pay attention to is what will determine your result. Because you see, where your attention is where your subconsciousness will be built. So when you don't put your attention in the right things, your subconscious will pick up the errors, and it will you see, when your subconscious picks up those errors, there is nothing you can do about it unless you reset the subconscious again. So most of you over here are here because there should be a resetting of your subconsciousness. There should be a reset of your subconsciousness. And what you are going to deal with today is something marvelous. I believe that if you are going to cooperate, we will be able to do something extensively. I believe that. Because the kind of journey I'm about to take you through, let's see how far we go. Today, where are you? Before we were able to have light, there was no light, and I'm talking about the artificial light. That in order for it to become part of our current living of life, there had to be an individual, a personality who had to sacrifice in order to get that result, which is being purchased across the globe. In order for us to get a vehicle, in order for you to have the Benz, in order for you to have the Lambo, in order for you to have the Rover, the Picantos, in order for you to have the cars that you see around, there had to be people who sacrifice themselves in their manufacturing. That means until there was a manufacturing, we are not going to get a product. So products are results of manufacturing. So when you agree to the manufacturing, you will have the results of productivity. That means that there is no product without manufacturing. With that basic understanding, have you realized that those manufacturing that came into the system brought about shift, changed the standard of living, changed the way of life? So in order for us to experience change, there has to be men who are devoted to that change. In order for you to have a change in your life, you need to have a man of change. A man who have understood that the reality of life is changeable and is stoppable at a point, and it's transitional, and that his effort is needed. The effort of man is what brings about change within planet Earth. That is to say that nothing will happen without the effort of man. So until you understand that basic concept that you have to put in an energy which will bring about a change, you cannot see change. So I came with a question today. Is it that you are interested in crime, or you really want change? Is it that you are interested in the pains you are going through, or you really want change? Because look, you are not the only person going through what you are going through. There are millions of people going through the same thing. We have over 7 billion population over the cosmos, and you should know that within that population, there are people who are standing out, and there are people who are not making any progress. And you might think that progress comes as a result of lack. But I want you to understand that until you lay the foundations, there is not going to be a foundation. Until you lay the blocks, there is not going to be a building. Until you put in an energy into something, there is not going to be a result. And so therefore, nothing happens on a vacuum. Everything happens as a result of an effort. Do you remember the law that says that a body remains at its state until force is applied? Now, this force is going to make it to move, and it's also having that potential of making it to stop. That is to say, when an object is moving and a force of stopping is striked to it to stop, it will stop. Now, when there is a force strike to it, in order for it to increase its acceleration, increase its speed, its motion, that is the result you are going to get. So until a force is applied, we are not going to get the actual result you are looking for. And the question is, are we having the men who are ready to apply the force that is required in order for we to have the kind of revolution we are looking for? Because nothing is going to change until we have the men. And the question is, are you going to be that man who will bring transformation and transition? Are you going to be that man who is going to bring that touch and feel of change? Are you going to be that man? Because there is nothing going to change in your family until you stand for it. Until you stand for it, there is nothing going to change. There is nothing going to change. I had the opportunity to be with one of the great men and he said, and it was at a function where we were handling extraordinary performances, and he said, look, have you seen those people we are honoring? The reason why they are considered to be outstanding is because it's not because they are not doing the ordinary things we are doing. It's only because they have added something extra to the ordinary, and that has given them an exceptional recognition, and so therefore they deserve to be honored. That means honor is given to men who have dedicated themselves to the extraordinary things. That until you are ready to push further, press on harder, you cannot make an extraordinary change. So the reason why you are going to end up like your parents is because you are doing the exact things they are doing. You are not doing more than them. If you are going to do more than them, you'll be able to make a result more than them. And until you are ready to do that thing, you become a failure than your parents. Because I'll handle that matter another time. I'll keep my scope, very specific. I will not like to go overboard, The prepared man. The prepared man. How prepared are you? Is it that you want to see change or you want to make a change? If you want to see a change without having the mentality of making a change, you only live in hope and die in that hope and never see the result of that which you hope for. But if indeed you want to make a change, you will first have a hope and you will see your hope come to pass. That the very thing that you had in your mind will become a reality. Your manager is not going to pay you good in order for you to feel comfortable and leave him, because he knows you are useful to him and that when you are satisfied, you will not like to stay with him. So if you are expecting somebody to do something for you in order for you to get the result that you need in life, then you are mistaken. You see, it's about time that you take bold decisions in order to transform your life. If the transformation of your life depends on others, then let the transformation, the revolution be in your hands. Don't put your life in the hands of others. Be ready for that change. Make up your mind to cause that transition that you are looking for. To cause that change that you are looking for. You can change the stories of your children, even though your parents were not able to make a story for you, a proper story that you expected of them. But you can make a difference. You can make a difference. Are you ready to sacrifice enough in order to bring a change in the family? Are you ready to sacrifice enough in order for you not to... You are not touching anything profitable and yet you want to enter into marriage. And yet you want to... Young lady, listen. When a guy comes to you and the guy is not touching anything profitable, anything reasonable, and he comes idle, sucking. No matter how beautiful the looks are, if there is no touch of profitability, you shouldn't fall into that net, because you'll be eaten up and you'll be dumped. Listen to me very carefully. It's very important, and I'm serious about this matter. A lot of relationships are unable to stand because the people that started the relationship were not people who were serious about touching something extraordinary. Because look, sex is designed in such a way that no matter how lovable you are to it, you can't do it 24/7. That illusion does not actually exist. So as after the sexual satisfaction, what next? Is there something that you have touched that you flow with, that you move with? Is there any angle that you are going to walk within? You are not ready to set up business. You are not ready to start a business, but you want to spend. You are not ready to work, but you want to eat. The hand which does not work should not and must not eat. Now, I'm not saying that you should only consider the proposals of rich men. I'm only saying that you should consider the proposals of men who are ready to achieve something, even at a point where they have not achieved anything, but they have an intention and are on the goal of achieving. You can walk along. You can be along that vision. You see, it's very important when you become part of a vision, of a growing vision, than being part of a grown vision. Because when you are part of a growing vision, you are able to find your value within that vision. When you become part of a grown vision, you might come and not be valued. So it's very important that you consider being part of growing visions. So it is either you are able to help a guy to find a vision and you help grow that vision, or you look for one who is already having a vision and you grow with him. That also does not negate the fact that when you join a grown vision, you cannot be valuable. As a matter of fact, life is full of progressions. And so with the progressions of life, no matter how high a vision has gotten to, there is still room for improvement, and that you might also have certain adapts to that vision. You might have certain adapts to that vision, and having that adapts to that vision will also make you valuable. So the reason why most women do not have respect in relationships is because they have cast all their burdens on the opposite, and they are not helping in carrying that burden. So when you leave everything on him, your value will be lost. Your value will be lost. And let me tell you one thing. In this era, all rational men are in need of value women. So you have to cultivate that skill, that lifestyle of becoming valuable to he who will come for your hand in marriage. So find a valuable man, and find a man who wants to create a value and grow, be part of that value making, be part of a vision. See, until you become part of a vision, you are not valuable. Until you become part of a revolution, you are not valuable. Until you become part of a making, you are not valuable. Until you become part of a production, you are not valuable. Until you become part of a creativity, you are not valuable. Valuable is in the making. Valuability is in the formation. Valuability is in the achievement. Valuability is not in a vacuum. It's not just something which is there that you can put it on you as a title. No. Valuability is found within the works of a man. So you can become valuable with your works. It's when you meet that guy who is trying to become a multi-billionaire, you have to. Even if you don't have the skills, you have the sense of advice. You can even start from a point of engagement. A point of engagement where you did not know anything about what is being headed towards. But because you want to be part of a vision, you are ready to learn. So you break down yourself in order to acquire the knowledge and the skill which will bring you to a place where you can contribute. Until you are ready to contribute to a change, you are not valuable. You are not. So how prepared are you to break down yourself to a point where you will start afresh to become part of a vision? As a matter of fact, every man's vision is to succeed. That success Success is an ambition of every living creature. That even the lion is seeking to be successful in his journey of catching animals as his meal. The ant is having the interest in success in order to gather enough for the raining season. The trees are having the intention of growing and having beautiful fruits in order for men to come and pluck and enjoy of it. So success is a natural desire of creation. Greatness is a natural desire of creation. So the issue of having a desire for greatness is not a problem. The problem in this conversation is the preparedness of a man in order for you to achieve and attain that standard, that successful standard. Every student is having that urge of becoming of higher intellectual ability, where flying colors will be produced at the end of any test or examination. But the question is, how many of these populations is having that fortitude, that energy to burn the midnight candle, to leave no stone unturned, in order to sit behind the paper and produce that flying colors results? You are at the university and you are chasing girls instead of studying, and you think the result that you are getting, your GP, which is not good, you think is not good because of something haunting you. Have you checked your life? You are not getting the actual result you are supposed to get. Gentlemen, your finances is not good. You are unable to pay the rent. Listen. You are unable to tackle the very issues of the family. Mr. Man, your children's school fees you are unable to pay. And yet, you are humanizing. You are throwing away the money. The things that you are supposed to be responsible for, you are not giving attention to. If you pay attention to pleasure, pleasure will kill you. If you are not ready to give in the pleasures of life in order to attain success, then that pleasure will render you useless. As a matter of fact, you might think I'm going too deep. You see, until we are able to address things like this, we will have this error going on consistently. You see, the error has grown too much. We have entertained the error too much. You see, it's a matter of time that we give room for shift. We are in an evolution moment, and so in order for you to have that experience of evolution, you are supposed to give in to that evolution. Give in. You cannot keep faithfulness in the relationship you find yourself in. You have a beautiful wife home. And because you have been able to buy a car, you don't want the women in the environment to rest. Today you are with Sylvia, tomorrow you are with Vanessa, the following day you are with Christabel. Who are you deceiving, and why do you think things are supposed to be like that? And at the end of the day, when you're able to bring home something good, and your home is not happy because you cannot take care of even the electrical bills, who do you think you are going to hold responsible for? So you started the journey as a faithful husband, and all of a sudden, so are you here with me? You can shift things when you are able to keep faithfulness. Faithfulness is key. Loyalty is a demand. If you fail to be loyal in your day-to-day activities, forget about being successful. As a matter of fact, you think loyalty is to others. The most important loyalty that you need is self-loyalty. How loyal are you to yourself? If you are unable to agree to the loyalty of self, then you cannot achieve the natural desire of all creation, which is success. So you will think success, but you cannot will become successful because you are not prepared enough for the journey of achieving that which is successful. You cannot be loyal to your vision. You cannot be loyal to your home. And now that your home is getting broken, you are now crying. That your husband left you for work, and you decided to bring in another man to come and pollute the matrimonial bed. And when you are caught, you think things should go back to normal. It's not going to work that way. The only time you get it's not going to work that way, young lady. Are you ready to kill that desire and keep faithful to your husband? Can you cut off certain people because of your relationship? That your relationship can last for 44 years. Your relationship can last for 50 years. As long as you live, your relationship can stand. Your marriage can stand. Are you ready to put in that effort that is required for that success to become a reality? How ready are you to that? So it will only become illusional when you are not prepared enough for that flow. But that illusion that you are experiencing is a reality to someone. I am showing you how to keep your relationship, how to become successful relationship-wise. You are a young lady, very beautiful. You are in your 30s and yet you have not been able to cope with a guy for more than a month because of your character. You talk anyhow, you speak anyhow, you spit whatever you want to spit because you think that the era where women submit to men is over, and that because of this feminism agenda, you are going to be single for long. Trust me. Are you ready to submit? Are you ready to submit to your husband? Are you ready to submit to the man that is going to put that ring on your hand? That is coming in for your marriage from your parents. Are you ready to submit to that man? Listen to him. Communicate your thoughts to him without offending him. You see, some of you, the only thing you need is wisdom, the wisdom of communication. That's the only thing you need in order to sustain your marriage. Get some communication class. I think that's the only thing that you need. You need to get some communication class so that you learn certain skills of communication which will save your marriage. At times you need to take home management class. Learn. The fact that up to now you don't know how to cook does not mean you cannot learn how to cook. There is chance for you. The fact that you don't know how to talk to a lady, how to pamper a lady, how to convince a lady without being harsh on her. You see, these are basic skills that you are supposed to learn in order to keep your relationship. Learn them. Can you give yourself in to learn them? Can you give in yourself to education? Life is the best teacher, and when you see certain things like that you have to learn, lay down your time and learn it. Learn it. Forget about this bullshit. This who I am. I mean, no, that's who I am. That's how I talk. And I've been told I have to be myself. You gotta be yourself. You don't have to be. They are all nonsense. And that is how men are resisting growth. Growth is available unto all men, but not all men grow. And the reason why men cannot grow is because they lock themselves in the mind. You think the way you are talking, you cannot talk better. You think the way you walk, you cannot walk better. You think the way you think, you cannot think better. The way you relate with people, you think you cannot do better. Your academic result that you are getting, you think you cannot do better. Your finances which is down, you think you cannot do better. I mean, is that what you are thinking? There is more room for improvement. There is more room. There is more room. You can shift things. You can change things. You can cause some transformations to happen. You can make things to work. There is more room. That your thought pattern can be transformed. Your thinking faculties can be affected positively. You can have an influence from a positive source. You can. Where you are is not the finality of everything. It's just a stage that you can go forward. You can improve positively. You can do away with those drugs. You can. You can do away with them. You can do away with them. Forget about the mentality of being addicted. You started it and you can put an end to it. I am telling you this. You can. You see, you have an inbuilt energy that when it's being supplied out, you conquer everything. You can conquer that desire. You can conquer. You can conquer. You can conquer. Oh. Have you been there before? Have you been there before where everything is left in your hands and you don't know what to do with it? Have you been there before? Have you been there before when everybody has given up on you? Have you been there before? Have you been there before when you have lost hope? That you don't need others to lose hope in you. You don't need other people to reject you. You don't need other people to disguise you. You don't need other people to look down on you. Have you been there before? Have you been there before? That the only thing that you need is yourself. Because it's not others who are giving up on you, it's you who is giving up on you. That you don't need the thought of people to know that you are a failure, that you have already concluded that you are a failure. That you don't need other people to tell you that you cannot pass the examination, that you yourself have concluded that you are a failure. You don't need others to tell you that you cannot be financially stable, that always you have to become a beggar. Have you been there before? But I want to tell you that you can override that feeling. You can override that moment. You can override that state. It is a possibility that awaits men that want to have a feel of the change, that want to have a feel of that state and standard of transformation. That possibility is there. That reality is there. Where you can override the evil intentions that is in your mind. You see, we can shut down the rising number of homicide. We can shut it down. Connect people to this channel. Connect people. Share the link to as many people as possible, because we are in a revolutionary state, and the revolution needs to happen. The revolution needs to occur, and it is flowing. See, until you decide to join the company of revolution, nobody has that power to make you a member of the revolution gang. No, nobody. It's a decisive moment that you find yourself in. And until you become decisive, you cannot change anything. Until you become decisive, you cannot touch anything. Until you become decisive, you cannot change your story. Your storyline will keep on being the way it is until you conclude on the subject matter of change. How serious are you about your change? How serious are you about the financial stability you are looking for? How serious are you? No. Don't just be declaring it. I cannot be poor. 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 That is not enough. Your seriousness should not only remain in your declarations. Your seriousness should not only remain in your speech. It should affect your lifestyle. It should affect your lifestyle. My marriage can never collapse. 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 It should not end there. Just work on your attitude. Work on your communication skills. Work on your pampering skills. Work. Put in the work, and you will have the effect. You will have the change that you are looking for. Oh, I cannot fail. I cannot fail. I cannot fail. And I am not a failure, and I cannot fail. You wake up in the morning and you declare it. I cannot fail. I cannot fail. If they are expecting me to fail, then they will expect forever until they die, because I am never going to fail. When you declare it, you walk out and you put in the work. 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 You move to the left. You move to the right. You set. What am I supposed to do? And you find out what you are doing, and you put in the energy. And you put in the effort, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep pushing, and you keep pressing, and you press harder, and you press harder, and harder, and harder, and harder, and harder, and at the end of the day, you'll be able to give out that result you are looking for. You talk it, you work it. 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 You can make that. You can make that reality. You talk the success of a relationship and you work it out. You work it out. You listen to messages like this and it will sharpen the relationship. You listen to it. You call your fiancé. You send him the link to listen to it. And you all grow the same mentality. You have a shaping mindset. And you can see that the relationship will grow. The relationship will grow. So you not just come to the house and say, "Hey Melinda, how are you?" No. "Hello baby. Hello my dear, how are you?" Beautiful. Sweet in the ears. No matter how stressed you are, you not just enter into the house and then pour all your anger on the woman. You don't do that. You don't. Because somebody annoyed you whilst driving home. When you got home, you decide to pour the anger on the lady, and you raise your hand at her and you slap. I mean, we are fixing things. We are fixing things. I believe you are seeing that, right? We are fixing things. You can treat your husband well in bed. You are aware that this man is you are not the first woman. He is having a lot of body counts, but he has chosen to be faithful to you, and he has gotten married to you, and he is in love with you. Don't limit yourself to one style. Learn other styles. Give it to him in the bedroom. Also consider the kitchen. Give it to him at the hall. Also consider the bathroom. Give it to him at places which will make him remember you anytime he's at the workplace. That when the secretary is standing herself in front of her, "My friend, get off. My woman can do it better." You see, there is something you can do to the man in the room that he can never consider any woman as I do. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Search for that which makes her happy. Search for it. Look for it. And do it for her. do it for her. And no amount of enticement will break her down. Create the job. Create an unusual job. You don't have to have 5 houses. You don't have to become a billionaire in order to make a woman happy. Search for that thing. Search for that thing. There is something that when you're able to provide for her, you are done with the well, we are fixing things. My life is fixed. My life is fixed. We are fixing things. You cannot consider on learning skills in order to improve upon your skills at the website, which will influence the manager that no matter what, he has to increase your salary. So you cannot do anything like that. You cannot add certain values to yourself that no matter what, when you go for the interview, you have a say in the salary they will give you. You think it's not a reality, and you think it's not always that is the company that is going to determine the amount they are going to pay you. If you're able to rise to certain standard, acquire certain degree of intelligence, you will go and you mention your price and they will beg you to calm down. They will beg you because they cannot let you go because of the kind of value that you hold. Put in the extra energy. It's not going to. Who is saying it's going to be easy? It hasn't been easy, and it's never going to be easy, and it is not easy. But when you psych the mind, when you're able to engage the mental plane to bring it into reality, that you will be able to cause a change, you'll be able to go in on an extra journey in order to achieve the extraordinary. It is possible. You can become financially stable. It is possible. You can become financially stable. It is possible. You can become financially stable. It is possible. You can change your character. You can overcome the addiction. You can overcome all that negativities that surrounds you. They are all possibilities that await you. Why are you delaying and wasting time? Why? They are possibilities. They are realities. They are there and await you. So when you give yourself up to it, it comes into manifestation. Become the prepared mind in this dispensation. They are dimensions, they are places that you can go. They are people you can get connected to. They are. How ready are you? Stop looking down upon yourself. Stop it. Stop looking down upon yourself. Stop thinking you cannot do it. Stop it. Stop. Change your mind. Change your mind. Your story can be changed. It was yesterday that you failed. Victory awaits you. Victory awaits you. It was yesterday. The failure was yesterday. Victory awaits you. Success awaits you. Do it now. Change the story now. Yesterday, the timeline recorded failure. Your today's effort can change tomorrow's timeline to success. Level 100, you failed. Level 200, you failed. You are in level 300. You can make a difference. Forget about the 2 failures. You can make a difference. You failed in basic school. You failed in senior high. You failed in junior high. You are learning a trade. You are learning a hand skill. And that one too is not picking. And you think that's the end. No. You can do it. You can do it. Because you failed in the junior high school does not mean you fail in senior high school. You can do it. You can do it. You can put you can sit down and look into the book and capture things in your mind. You can. You can produce what the nation is looking for. That a whole nation will look for you. You can. You can become the man that the economy of a country will depend on. You can become. Forget about the background. There is nothing you can do about your past, but there is something you can do about your future. So you can put in the energy now. There is nothing you can do about yesterday, but there is something you can do about tomorrow. And what you can do about tomorrow is in the now. Because your now is going to determine your tomorrow. So you can change your tomorrow if you didn't like your yesterday. You can change your tomorrow if you didn't enjoy your yesterday. If your yesterday was a failure, you can change it into success with your today. The greatest advantage of a man is his today. That is the now reality of a man is his biggest opportunity. That when you are unable to take advantage of your today, you have no opportunity again. The opportunity is now. Your opportunity is now. And you have to take advantage of your now. 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 And your story will change. And your life will change. And your story will change. And your life will shift. And your story will change. And your life will be transformed. And your story will change. And you have a new timeline. They will ask, is this not a guy who has been It's not a guy who cannot even afford a single room rent. And today look at his mansion. You see, just you can change the story that way. Is this not the guy who was malnutritious? Is this not a guy? Is this not a guy who couldn't afford a meal a day? Today is the guy who is feeding orphans. He's the guy who is feeding. I know of a man who is coming from a very down background. Go and see his house, his mansion now. He's unable to live alone. He has over 17 kids of other parents in his home, taking care of them, taking care of their schooling, of their feeding, of their everything, what they wear, everything. And that possibility awaits all men who are set apart onto that journey. Success is a desire of all creation, but that success does not become the reality of all creation. It's a choice to walk in that reality of success. It's a choice. 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 Oh. The journey is far, but you can't get there. You can't get there. Forget about the fact that you don't have what to eat today. You will feed nations. Forget the fact that you are trekking. You are walking for a long distance in order for you to reach your workplace because you cannot afford transport. But very soon you'll be able to, you own cars. You own cars. Forget about the fact that today nothing seems to be working. You will become successful.